Our next guest is Toby Jenkins. He's director of the Oklahoma Equality Center, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about censorship and trying to express oneself. Please welcome Toby Jenkins.
I'm Toby Jenkins, Executive Director of Oklahomans for Equality and the Dennis Arnell Equality Center. This picture is in my office. I'm also called the head homo by the gay community. That's so they can throw me under the bus, which is quite often in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As you can see, I'm gay. Just to remind myself, there's a poster that Allie Jensen gave me so that I can remember that. You will notice that here is PFLAG, which is an organization which is our parents and our family standing up for us. And they have incredible billboards all over the Tulsa County area, and especially in our rural areas. This is my family, my children who do love me even though I am gay. I'm well on my way to breaking the record for having the most grandchildren by 53 because they all are extremely heterosexual. But they do love their poppy, they do love their dad, and they forget that I am gay, and they don't take me too serious. I do lots of things like this, way too much. I have to be at the Capitol to hold our legislators accountable. And you see me a lot of times on TV, but never is it for a good thing. Usually it's for a bad thing, where I'm having to speak out against prejudice and discrimination. I also have other sides. I like to wear hats, and everybody knows that who knows me well, and so they buy me unique hats that I put on throughout the day just to help lighten the mood. This is a real important part of me, but most people don't even know it exists. I also like to put on a big parade occasionally, which goes right by this building and makes its way through downtown. We call it a gay pride parade. The strongest question we get is, why should gay people have a parade? I hate to tell them, it's just because I like to be on a float, and downtown looks so visual whenever you take a picture of it and a rainbow flag. I also dress up and drag occasionally. This is my Winona Judd imitation, and I have Nerf basketballs for breasts. I do this not because I enjoy it or have some kind of gender identity issue. I do it to help raise money, which I will just about do anything to do. I also am very actively involved in several alliance groups where we speak out against racism, prejudice, any time that somebody raises their head and bullies another minority group. The one thing I do have as a skill set is I can get a crowd worked up and ready to march on anybody at a moment's notice. Let me tell you why we have a gay pride parade. It's because of an incident that happened in 1969, when gay people, after mourning the loss of Judy Garland, were meeting in a bar called the Stonewall Inn, and some police officers came in and began to harass them. Well, that day, it was too much. They were mourning Judy, so they fought back, the drag queens, the butch lesbians, and the gay men, and for 2 days they held the city of New York hostage as they burned cars, broke windows, and fought back against the bigots. We commemorate that with the Gay Pride Parade while we call our people out into the streets to be visible and upfront about who we are. We don't throw bricks through windows and burn police cars anymore. Most of our protests are things like this, where we take an image and we stand for a cause and we speak up for an action, like the Prop 8 case in California. Before this picture became public on a line that you might have saw several times, even on my Facebook, what you don't know, at that moment that that picture was being taken, we were at high security alert because we had already had 3 bomb threats at the Equality Center, and we had undercover police and 4 police cars out front just protecting the 700 people in the building. We do lots of things like this, like feed 300 people on Thanksgiving Day, because we want you to see this image because we know it's palatable for Oklahomans to see us as good citizens. Lots of times we have to hide what we really are about and what we really do like. So we really emphasize these kind of pictures, that we like sports and theater and music and art. We like it so much that our softball team won second place at the Gay World Series, which was not covered in Tulsa sports news that night. We also worked real hard to make sure we could be good citizens and serve on juries and pay our taxes, and also serve openly in the military. We want you to see those images. But these are images you don't want to see in Oklahoma. These individuals are the plaintiffs in the gay marriage lawsuit, which came out of Oklahoma the day after our community across the state voted to say gays cannot get married in Oklahoma. So you are opposed to us being married, and so we don't show you this image very much, but it is something that we are secretly working on and have been for 8 years. You also don't like this image. An openly transgender high school student named Katie Hill graduating from Bixby High School last spring. In fact, we had 3 openly transgender children graduate from Tulsa schools, and we're exceptionally proud of them. But she got death threats when her picture appeared on the page of the Tulsa World. So we don't show this image a whole lot. But this is an image that I do want you to see. For 29 years, we had the Equality Gala and dressed like Mormon missionaries and behaved our best. And the more straight people that came to the event, they complained that we were so dull and boring. So for the last few years, we've let you slip inside and see how we have a good time. We also hide images like this because this will get our asses kicked if you see us kissing in public. But this is what we do a lot, behind the corner, under the tablecloth, or in the privacies of our own home. Kissing is not a crime in Oklahoma, except for same-sex couples, or so you would think. We have found that the most public visible image that has tried to be censored occasionally is the Dennis R. Neal Equality Center, which sits in the middle of the reddest of red states, the most conservative portion of the country, in downtown Tulsa, and it's the 6th largest gay community center on the planet. That little rainbow flag waves constantly, calling our people there, but it also is a visible expression because we know it's an image that you're comfortable seeing. Thank you, and consider censorship.